So with that said, you guys should be able to see me in there, red, orange, and yellow guy. Right. If you were a bridal party, that means I'm the hottest thing inside the video right now. Yes, it still works. But anyway, I do that on purpose so that way you remember that we're looking for the red, orange, and yellow is hot. Right. So the cold spots are going to be blue and black. Okay. So we want them to either take shape or to start moving on their own. Right. When I say take shape, I want head, shoulders, moving arms, and legs. That's what we're looking for in here. That's what we've caught in the past. And I also set this guy up to where there's a blue dot bouncing around the screen showing you exactly where the coldest spot is in the frame at that particular moment. So that's the cool thing. I know it's very small, but it is 84 degrees out here for us tonight. I look for 15 plus degree temperature drops. Wow. So we're going to be looking at, what is that? 69, thank you. Wow. So I was trying to do the quick math in my head. I'm normally pretty good with that, but she beat me to the punch. But anyway, so 69 degrees and colder. If I do find one of those when I'm going through your spot check, you'll get a screenshot of it and the marker so you can go find it for yourself. Cool. Again, I do a lot of extras when I get back to the office. Okay. So as great as the hardware is, because this is a... People may be going to their cars, just point your camera in the other direction. Okay. I'll do Andy's coming. You guys got my joke of Toy Story on that one? Right. Yeah, I hope so. Okay. All right, so parking lot. There's a reason why we're here, but congratulations, you made it. I told you I'm taking you to weird spots around town. This used to be something relevant to the history of Charleston. It also allows my groups of 10 to 12 to be able to spread around a little bit, and so that way you don't all know what's going on with the other devices. So again, kind of keeps you in the dark. Keep in mind, all of you communication device people, that includes all spirit boxes, digital Ouija board, and then a digital word list. This is where I start withholding information. I'm not going to be giving you questions here like what color was George Washington's white horse, like what we did over there with the big red barn. So you will get the answers from your spirit boxes for a genuine experience. Again, don't be looking for things that I've already said. Okay. Now, with that, where are we? This used to be the Eliza and Charles Pinckney mansion site. Their mansion used to sit in the front of the space, facing East Bay Street. Eliza's garden was lined up with Five Church Restaurant and came all the way across, and we are standing in the servant and slave quarters for the home. We did get the word slave earlier on Pat's word list, am I correct? Yes. So that's what I call bleed over.
It went 37.2.
Of course.
Yeah. So I just got 75.
It said slave. It went 37.
I just got... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No,
I'm done.
Okay. I got a 75. Is that weird?
So we said 69, right? Was that the number we came up with? Yeah. So where was that 75? Was it on something glass?
It was in this direction.
So then, no glass. Ow. So obviously you're recording, so I'll be able to check that out once I get the recording back. So I'll make a note of that. But anyway, who the heck were Charles and Eliza? They had a son named Charles. They had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 different Chucks. That's exactly why we look for secondary clues. In the event somebody hears the name Charles, I need to know which one it is. I look for the secondary clue to verify that piece of information if you guys are getting my point. But anyway, the son and the nephew were signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. It's a big deal for us, but I hate politics more than everybody here. We're going to move on. Nobody wants to talk about politics, but if I don't bring it up, they normally do it for me very angrily through a spirit box, like they didn't get their recognition. So just keep in mind, Reed, that there are people back there in their vehicles. They get really weirded out. Sorry, you're the tallest one here, so I'm like looking for the YouTuber guy going. But anyway, we're going to talk about Eliza. She has a much better history anyway. Eliza married Charles at a young age according to today's standards. I say that because if you're going to ask her how old she was when she got married, do not expect numbers from the colonial times that she came from, like 12 and 14. Think of today's standards. And because her husband, Charles, was over double her age when they married. So kind of a creepy age gap in the 1700s, creepy age gap now. So she married him because her father was over in England, where she's from, and he thought he was dying. He's trying to bring all of his children home one last time. Eliza didn't believe he was dying, so instead she stayed put and got married. It's 1744. You don't get married in that year to get a green card. She married him for love. This is a true love story. Please do not poke the bear with any kind of love affair poking questions while we're here. This is a place of respect. But anyway, back to Eliza. She was right. Dad did not die right away. Instead, he starts sending her gifts from England to where we're standing. One of those gifts happened to be the plant seeds of indigo. Indigo is a plant that makes blue dye that makes our blue jeans blue. You're wearing it right now. So that's actually how we use it. When Eliza got her seeds, she didn't know what to do with it. She had to learn from her servants and slaves how to keep it cultivated. It's not always hot here. When she figured that out, she learned how to make the dye and then moved it to a cash crop. Got a hold of her father and said, rice plantations are going downhill. We're going to make a killing with the indigo. And we now have an international businesswoman during colonial times. Something absolutely unheard of. So I told you I wasn't taking it anywhere scary. But anyway, that's the boring business stuff of Eliza. Let's get into the weird, crazy stuff, because that's why you guys are all here. So with every spirit box, I'm going to give you a focused set of questions, so that way you can have something to work with. These are common questions that we get the answers to. Anybody with a communication device, do not get disgruntled when you're not getting direct answers. What I mean by that is because we're using at least 7 different communication devices on top of 3 video cameras and my voice recorder. The answers can go anywhere. For those of you that watch the TV shows, they highlight one spirit box on the camera and ask a question and wait until the commercial break starts and nothing happens. When we do it this way, we have all this communication, it can literally go anywhere. So we're gonna actually go left to right. So actually the two of you are gonna kind of have the same set of questions because your devices work very similarly. So let's keep it nice and simple. Your devices will only give us 1 to 2 syllable answers based on how they operate. The mansion's not here anymore. What happened to it? When did that happen? If you get the what, we normally get 2 or 3 numbers out of the when. That's a specific date. And these are specific numbers, not like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna eliminate those for you right away. So that's gonna be the very simple questions that you guys are gonna start off with. Where's my next communication device? So Ouija board, and actually yours, you're gonna be looking for Eliza's initials of ELP. And then Kendall with yours, and wait, I got you down. So the two of you are going to have the same set of questions wrapped around Eliza's death. So how old she was when she died, what she died from, where she's buried, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. Again, if that doesn't tell you how important this young lady was, I don't know what will. And then Pat, with your specific device, yours loves to give us all kinds of things, so you can pretty much cherry pick. But what I will tell you is that the Eliza I just told you about was the second life named Eliza from Charles back to back.
I keep eating Debbie.
I don't know who Debbie is. Okay. That's enough. Yeah, and it's not coming up all the time; it's just staying there. So, but Eliza, ironically, both Elizas that Charles married, had a maiden name that started with the letter L. So try to figure out which Eliza we're dealing with. I'm also going to throw the marriage questions at you based on how old she was, how old Charles was, and how long they were married total. And with the L being a maiden name, so Lexi, that's where your device comes into play as well. Let me know if you get ELP in that order, like no PLE, PEL, like ELP, Eliza L. Pinkney. I want to see if we're going to get her full set of initials on this, but I am going to have to keep Lexi behind to show her how to use her device a little bit further. Everybody else, we're going to start spreading around. We are kind of limited on space because of the amount of cars in here, so just do not go in between vehicles, and if somebody's going to their car, just go in the opposite direction.
$60 degrees.
Really?
60 degrees?
Yeah, I got 60 degrees right there.
Keep it on there for just a second, and I'll be with you in a moment.
You're pointing at glass.
Oh wait, is glass cool?
You're not supposed to point at glass.
Okay.
And you're supposed to have a person in it.
I did.
Never mind.
No, it wasn't running.
Oh, okay. What happened to the mansion?
We couldn't hear you. Could you please tell us what happened to the mansion? What happened to your beautiful house? Dog? Dog. Your tongue. Can you say it again, please?
What happened to the mansion? Jack, you asked.
What happened to the mansion?
What do you got?
Say
Wait,
something.
what's your EMF? You don't have much EMF right now.
I don't have any.
Oh wait, it just peaked a little bit.
No, but it's
Let's go this way.
2.5.
Can we tell him it's trying to talk, or we can not? It's,
I don't know, Jack.
Yeah, we'll tell in a second. What year did the mansion go away? You got a 4.4?
Yeah,
Oh.
2.5. Mine's been very low.
Right here?
Right here. 45.7. And then it went back down immediately. Wow.
Excuse me, what do you guys You guys are
We're doing ghost hunting.
ghost hunting. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Got you. Okay,
We're
okay.
the ghost hunting adventure. 32.5. Do you see anything around here?
No, not on my camera. I just see glass. I'm gonna go behind you.
130.6.
130?
Yes. Oh my lord.
Okay. What happened to the mansion?
61.9. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
So
What?
crazy.
Go this way. Don't video the car.
Hey, Lee.
Turn your video away.
You have to
No, I know.
130.6 a second ago. You see anything
Yeah.
over there? Then it went back down.
Nothing right now.
Down 2.9. It was so fast. Wow. Wow.
Mine
What?
is just a nothing burger.
Do I really? Is it gone?
Wait, you got something?
You saw something on my shoulder. Did you tell, what's his name, Nate?
I didn't see anything on your shoulder on my end.
Really?
No.
You saw it with the SLS.
Yeah, that's gonna be probably more accurate
Yeah.
than this because that's LiDAR. That's like, that means it's there in person.
Did you tell the guy?
I saw something flashing by your feet.
Really?
You'll be at work tomorrow.
No.
It went away?
Yeah.
Should I move?
Sometimes it's like wrangling kids together.
Yeah.
So how low did yours go, Luke, you said?
Mine was around 60, but it could have been glass. That's the thing.
Yeah, glass is always going to be way colder.
Yeah. Oh, it was like 58 or something like that.
Still doesn't make sense for glass to be that cold when we're out here in 85 degree weather. So I just made a note to check the thermal, like for that particular location. So once I get everybody back here, she's had a 45.7 already.
Can we tell them we really have?
Tuberculosis?
Yeah, and I you could hear like chatter on
You
that.
laugh. You
What?
laugh.
80. The number 80.
see it, Tom.
Wait, are we right?
Wait,
I can
wait.
slow it down.
It sounds like Gage. I swear to God, it sounds like Gage. Wait. No, play that again. Play that again. Jack.
Do you think you
And my husband said he saw an SLS figure on my shoulder.
Do you think it's smart to film it and then slow it down on the app?
Did you guys hear
Well, that's why the
anything?
two of you would be close together, because if you miss something, it's going to show up on his audio.
We heard
Oh, alright. I
So-
filmed it and
Really?
tried slowing
Yeah,
it
so
down.
I would just stay close to Luke, and that way, if you're going to miss something, it'll be on the audio for you later on.
Okay.
Wow. You were 55?
What happened to the mansion and what year?
Same question.
Have you heard anything at all? Besides pain?
Is that you? Is that because your phone?
This car is so annoying.
It's gonna go away, Zach. Just give it 20 seconds.
Yeah, this is their first stop, literally. So, all right. One more quick round, Rob.
It said two. It said two. I heard two. It said two.
Yeah, up to 1.1 is natural.
No, I'm saying 6.5 or higher.
Right.
I've had nothing.
Nothing
Close
crazy.
to present.
Yeah. Okay.
But I walked all over the president and I was like,
I heard two. It said two.
Okay. So you got the number 2. And again, you don't need to waste your phone battery, buddy. Just stay
Oh,
close
I
to
have
it.
a lot.
That's-
I just want to hear it back.
Well, he's gonna have the video, so we'll have it on there.
Oh, why are you walking away now? You have to ask. No, now you're sitting down. No one can. No one can. What happened? Jake. It said Jake.
Date?
Jake.
Jake?
Jake. Wait, can I hear?
What year did the mansion go away?
No, you don't put your ear to it. I want to, but you still hear it.
What year did the mansion go away?
This is not where it is. It's coming out of that, and Mom's not. Stop asking the same question. Ask where were you buried.
did you die? This is an amazing breeze.
You're getting so mad.
Zach, that's what he asked. Ask, where are you buried? That's what was another one. I pressed the button.
So it's flickering the image more reflection. You can't see it. That's where that's at.
37.6 over here. The highest I got was
Okay, well, it's got some fancy birds that come with that. It's not always like a small little dot.
I sat down and I said channel up. Well, it's push
No,
channel.
yeah, you don't want to hit any
Oh,
of the
I
buttons,
didn't
buddy.
mean to.
You're okay. Well,
Sorry. I
Okay.
said that.
Go ahead and give
Well,
us
I
some
can
light.
still hear it.
yeah, but what it's doing is you raise the filter up.
Oh.
So now you're not going to get as much.
Alright.
So let me turn it down. Yeah, you don't want to.
My
That's
bad,
why I have
sorry.
it preset.
I'll hold it at the bottom. 'cause it's our bottom.
Yeah, there's no. That's the speaker. So by all means.
No, like here.
Right. Usually, like I make everything as simple as possible.
Yes, I need simple. I know.
Where's Does this one have the speaker or the other one? where you
Yours
put
has the
ear?
speaker.
Oh, 'cause my mom's been asking it through the other one.
But she's listening to it through an earbud.
Oh, alright. Dude, come here.
It's over here.
What happened? Where were you buried?
Now that it's
It
calmed
said
down.
what?
Say what?
It said what? What happened? Where were you buried?
It went to 34.3.
Keep saying what? It said what?
34.8
Where
right
were
there.
you buried?
Crazy. 32.4 right here. And it went away. 13.3. Crazy. Yeah. There's something right around here. Yeah. Yeah. Why are you doing it? I'm trying to. I was giving you all these readings. You're not recording.
Can I listen to what it's like?
What?
Can I listen to what it's like?
See what happened to the mansion.
What happened in the mansion?
See, what year did the mansion go away?
What year did the mansion go away?
Right around here. And the highest I got was 130. You got it goes to because you got it.
I said, what year did the mansion go away? That's class.
76 degrees?
Yeah, class. What year did the mansion go away? This is the final time I'm gonna ask.
Where? Where did the city were you buried?
What's that?
Ground.
It was something black.
This is the ground.
That.
That's class.
77?
12.3 right here. 12.6.
What's that?
Huh?
That's glass.
And it was wet. Wow.
Mansion was when?
For that one.
When did the mansion like was destroyed? and it's gone. When was that? What year?
All right, let's go.
So nothing.
Go this way, Luke.
He's asking us to head back.
Oh.
What year did this plan go away?
A couple of things I'm excited about. I kind of want to get to show you how this all pieces together. Again, we don't normally stay here for too long, and I'll explain why. First off, this is one of the spaces that I change this up every year. Every year I take out one space and add a new one in. This one was going to be the retiree this year simply because I was getting a lot of, we'll just say disrespectful ghost hunters out of my group. And I was getting very disrespectful messages back that were not radio chatter. What I mean by that, from a device like what Leigh's using, please just leave us alone, showing up over 13 different radio stations.
Really?
That is not radio chatter, everybody. It shows up over that many stations. Maybe one or two possible, but not 13.
Okay.
So I gave the place a break. Here's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about the high readings that you did have. I was waiting for you to give me another triple digit, and then we would have definitely wrapped it up right then because, again, too high EMF that I'm not comfortable with.
Right.
So we did get all the way up to 130.
130, yeah.
So, again, your microwave goes up to 150 to 170.
Wow.
So it kind of gives you a perspective of how
Right.
high it went in a space where there's no electricity.
Right.
The name Kennedy that you heard right away, that's bleed over. Big John's last name is Kennedy.
Oh, wow.
So very close and phonetic sounding, if you kind of see where I'm going with this.
Right.
His jersey number probably also came up somewhere. You may have missed it. You did give me the numbers 21 and 29, which are not it. So again, I don't want to give it to you just yet. I want to see if it pops up when I find it.
45.
What numbers did you
45.
get?
2.
Okay.
He got a 2.
He did get the number 2.
Okay.
So that wasn't tied in with anything else that was specific, like if the number 30 was heard and 32 would have been a jersey number. You kind of get my point. I kind of look for those conjunctions from time to time. So we do have a possible all the way down to, what was it 69 or 79?
69.
69. So I'll have to take a look at that, and then another possible figure that may have been found from the SLS figure camera with the stick man.
Right.
So Jack, if you wouldn't mind, can you put that on mute, buddy? Thank you. So whenever, like the EMF is probably the best piece. Did you two hear anything out of your spirit box at all? It's upside down, so stop your recording and flip it up the right way. His name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. For those of you listening on your spirit boxes and you hear the song Brown Eyed Girl, it's not coincidence. We get it down here all the time because it's part of the doctor's name. Yep. So kind of get the gist of that. Anyway, he moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda. Amanda just inherited a bunch of money from her dead parents. So she has an attorney helping her out with all of her new cash. The attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's money. He tells Amanda, get rid of the doctor. He comes to Charleston to prove that he's not after her money. The coachman that brought him into town set him up to be robbed and killed. It wasn't a good start to his stay in Charleston. But somebody was walking by. His name was Ralph Isaacs. I want to stop there because he has the same initials as where the doctor came from. Rhode Island, Ralph Isaacs. We were getting RI all the time on Kendall's device and Leigh's device, so that's exactly why we have the Ouija board device. It gives us specific letters. We've gotten it at least 4 or 5 times in the past 6 months that I've had that device while I'm giving Ralph's part of the story. Anyway, Ralph tells the doctor, dude, don't stay here. I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. He's got a gunman inside. Come with me to 59 Church Street. You can stay there with friends of mine, and they'll rent you a room, and you'll be safe and good to go. The doctor took him up on the offer, and they became friends. The longer the doctor stays here in Charleston, the more money he's making. He's proving his point that he's not after Amanda's money. He becomes known as the whistling doctor because Amanda's coming down soon so they can get married. It's the 1700s, and that's when men whistled all the time. What I will tell you is that every ghost tour in town that comes down here tells you to listen for the whistles. We're using 3 video cameras and my voice recorder. You don't need to listen for it on your own. You're going to use one of those devices. Let's move on. Dr. Ladd and Ralph go see plays together, but they can't sit next to each other because the doctor makes more money. He gets better seats. We don't want to film people read, so you might want to turn that thing around. There you go. Doctor gets better seats, just the way the hierarchy works here in Charleston. But anyway, they're on the way home from seeing Richard III. They're arguing over the new actress. Dr. Ladd thought she was great, and Ralph did not. We're going to let this pass through. How you doing, guys?
Hey.
So the argument turns into Ralph insulting the doctor's fiancée back home in Rhode Island. It gets very ugly, and they go their separate ways. He already figured out that Ralph has friends around town. He goes to his friends at the newspaper and puts an ad in the paper telling the whole city of Charleston what he thinks of the doctor. Kind of a, you're a disgrace to society, sir, kind of mentality. Doctor saw the ad but rebutted with, let's go to Dueler's Alley. We're going to settle this. Keep in mind that this argument started over an actress. The 2 of them came down, they took their 10 paces away from each other, they turned, The doctor pointed his gun in the air and shot. He didn't want to kill his friend. He just wanted to have the courage and bravery to show up to the plate. Ralph, however, has his one bullet, and he puts it in the kneecap on the doctor. Dr. Ladd doesn't die, but Ralph proved his point that he's still pissed off. So, the doctor falls to the ground, his friends picked him up, took him home to 59 Church Street, where he dies 10 days later on November 2nd of 1786. So why 10 days later? He refused medical treatment. He's a doctor. He probably just tried to bleed out that bullet wound himself. It's 1786. Gunshot wounds are a lot different than what we think of a gunshot wound today. It's funny that we're hearing fireworks in the background
I
right
know,
now.
that's so funny.
It
But
is.
you thought of a good shot, right?
Now, I will tell you, like I said, every ghost story that says listen for the whistles, you're going to use your equipment. If you're going to try this on your own, you're going to walk all the way through the end of the alley, which I can't take you down there. I'm going to tell you why, because I'm going to get out of here. We're going to get to that. Allison's like, oh, damn, don't teach my kids bad habits. But at any rate, so just turn on your voice recorders and listen to it later to see if you get any whistles. Keep in mind, every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen Street throws a whistle down the alley. I do it every night. After I'm done going through your data, I park past my garage. So again, I have to walk past the alley. I always throw a whistle. So here's how I got booted out of here. Again, I'm trying to rush through this because it is super hot as hell, and this is the alley right here. You're all sweating like crazy. I can see it. Anyway, the alley didn't go all the way through. It's this way. The reason why is because there was a wall up there. Because this is where they kept the livestock for the city of Charleston. It used to be called Cow Alley. Because again, oh, you got poked. It wasn't a ghost. So I was like, why is she jumping? That means the bricks on the other side are older than the bricks we're standing on. Those are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there, along with fingerprint swipes off to the left.
Okay.
When I first started doing this, I used to take my groups all the way through and show off the handprint because we all need to see how far we come from slavery.
Right.
Again, it's not that we're going to find anything there because that's the last place we're going to find that kid. I treat it the same way I do a grave. That's not where you're going to find that kid. He's going to be at home with his mama, right?
Right.
However, November 26th of 2020, my entire group is up that way, huddled around that brick with all the gear that I handed out that night, waiting for something to happen. I'm trying to shoo them along because I know nothing's going to happen, and it's outside the kitchen window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. I'm just trying to be respectful. I didn't realize I was out of bounds for toys. I was new at this. So the new owner came out screaming. My daughter thought it was great. Yeah, you might want to watch your camera, Fred. So he came out screaming. London thought it was fantastic because her dad's getting yelled at, and we moved on. We're going to let this tour group pass through.
Okay, cool.
How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good, honey.
A little warm.
They were all so, they didn't even hear the gate go. Nobody heard the gate move. Because I heard you, and I was like, watch this, we'll make the gate move. Nobody knows.
You got to move that thing quick for okay.
Oh no, you can do it slow too. Unless you had something.
You were like, oh, I don't know where you work with girls.
I didn't say that.
So can we walk down there if we want to?
You're not with my gear.
Oh, okay,
No,
now.
you're with me.
Okay. I'm sorry,
It's
okay.
okay.
All right, okay.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get to why we're going to the next
Okay,
location.
gotcha, okay.
So, the next day was Thanksgiving. So, I was on Thanksgiving because I used to work for Walmart for a good part of 20 years in upper management. You guys get, no, I'm never working Thanksgiving ever again. The next day was November 28th, 2020. I called my partner up that I had at the time that I basically was learning tourism about, and I told him what happened. And he said, dude, you can't go down that far. You're only allowed to go down halfway or reroute the group. I told my group that night, because I was sold out again, it's Black Friday, that I don't believe in the next story, but we're going to go check it out and see what happens. I'm a vampire guy, not a pirate person, so obviously we're talking about pirates next. But before we left, somebody heard the name Anne on a spirit box. I didn't tell them which pirate we were going to be investigating. Anne Bonny, the famous female pirate. So I went, oh, hot damn, look at that. Now, we get up there, I told them a little bit I did know about piracy, and somebody else, here's the number 300. I don't know what it means. I write it down, research it the next day. We were there on November 28th of 2020, like I said. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy, November 28th of 1720. 300-year anniversary, exact.
Wow.
So, I've been taking you guys back up there ever since. Here's my problem. Like, you guys are all like, wow, and jaw drops, but I was like, damn it. Reason why, I have a master's degree in creative writing. Even for me to write fiction, I need facts and data. Pirate stories are based on pirate lore. That's a problem for me. That means more books I gotta read to make sure what we're doing here, especially, is factual data before we go investigate. So, it is a hit or miss location, and it's not going to be the prominent English woman where I'm going to have you guys tiptoe around your questions. And the worst case is that you're going to learn a whole hell of a lot about pirates that you never knew before, because Anne Bonny's story is really crazy. Now, before we leave the space, the gate behind me, it's giving us that little tiny breeze that you guys can't feel, and neither can I because it's hitting the back, is remember that the alley didn't go all the way through this way.
Right.
in the event there was a loser to a duel, this was the shortcut to get to the cemetery on the other side of the wall. Otherwise, they'd have to go all the way down to Queen Street and then double back to be able to go drop the body in the cemetery at St. Philip's before they could go celebrate the winner with a fight. So I call this the death gate. The wrought iron was probably put here in the early 1900s, but you can definitely see where the archway is definitely original parts of the wall. So kind of a little fun fact about Charleston in case you're ever walking through here. Now we're going to go up and around the corner. We're going to cut through this tour group that just cut through us, so we're just going to be just this route back. But again, cameras, we're definitely going to get those things stopped until we get around the corner. If you want to turn them back on once we get through the group, by all means do so. But then we're going to stay out of the other tours way when we go learn about pirates up there, because we're going to be able to spread out like what we did at the Pinckney Mansion. I think I'm done sweating in here. Is everybody else agreeing with that? Yeah, we're going to go out the way we came in. So we're going to go.
All right, good.
Should I keep the camera on? Should I keep the camera on? Okay.
Building in South Carolina. It was finished in 1713. It was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny was coming here to start her new life. This is what I call a familiar. You guys all watch the TV shows, at least some of them. I know boring is history. Yes, I'll call out Jans the rest of the evening. So, the TV shows, we normally use that little Boo Buddy guy, so the little teddy bear to attract a child ghost. It's the same principle. Anne Bonny would recognize this building, and we don't have any buildings that she would actually recognize. So, that's why we're here. The building took 10 years to build. Does that sound like our government? Small building, 10 years? No, not at all. But anyway, our story begins right in the middle of it in 1708. So kind of follow me. There's a couple of twists in here.
Okay.
So, 1708, a young lady moves here by the name of Anne Cormack. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the three of them are running away from her father's angry wife. How mad was she that she had to kick him out of the country by boat to land here? It's 1708. There's no planes. They land in Georgetown. Dad bought a plantation. Mom dies pretty quickly. That means young Anne is coming down here from Dad's request to sell things from the plantation. Hence the familiar building of why we're here. Now, back home in Ireland, Anne was said to be a badass even back then. They say she killed a servant when she was only 7, 8, 9 years old with a knife to the belly.
Oh, wow.
We've had a few nights where the terms servant, knife, and belly have shown up on 3 different spirit boxes without the other 2 people knowing what was going on.
Wow.
So kind of keep that for what it is.
Okay.
Fast forward, the building is done in 13. By 1715, pirates are starting to come through town. Anne is stoked. The reason why is she's going to fall in love with one of these gentlemen so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. It's 17 to 15. So, first guy she falls in love with is James Bonny. You already see where this one's going, by the way, because we've already mentioned her pirate name. And yes, I did say first guy. There's going to be multiple. We're going to cover them all, because that's what makes this story so damn interesting, and I will keep it PG-13 for Jack's sake. So, he's like, I don't get it, but whatever. So, first guy's James Bonny. They ran away to Jamaica because Dad didn't approve. They got married. When they get down there, she realizes her new husband is not Captain Jack Sparrow like what she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer, which means he's a spy for the British. He's a coward. This isn't what she wants. A few more years go by and she falls in love again. We're on guy number 2. This is John Rackham. Everybody calls him Calico Jack. So, this is the guy they based your Johnny Depp character off of, by the way, in case you're wondering who we're discussing. Jack has his own crew. He has his own ship. Anne wants to be part of the crew, but you can't put a female on a pirate crew because it's bad luck. So, I normally throw that question back to you, but we have kids in the audience, and you guys give me really raunchy answers to that. So, now, with that, he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like the crew, you can be part of it, but you're going to be a female in my quarters. She's okay with this. Reason being, Dad used to cross-dress her as a boy apprentice back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. She gets it. It's a man's world. But she's a female in his quarters. Most of us are adults here. Put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
She's eventually going to get pregnant. You cannot have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. So he's going to figure out that she's a girl. Ready, Jack is captain. They're going to vote him off. So he drops her off in Cuba. Go have the baby in Cuba. Come back later and we'll figure it out. So she has the baby, returns without a child. We have no idea what happened to the baby. She also comes back dressed as a female. This makes Jack pretty angry. Now everybody's going to know he let a girl on the ship. While she was gone giving birth to his baby, he captured another pirate crew. They're down below deck. She's going to go flirting because that's who Anne is. Guy number 3. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy to be part of the pirate crew that Calico Jack captured. Did everybody get that? Got it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at you guys like all got your jaws dropped at me right now. But anyway, this young lady's name was Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. And yes, her last name is spelled exactly like your first name, sir. So, R-E-A-D. So with that, the British find out where they are. And by the way, Anne and Mary became friends, possibly lovers. We're not going to really know for sure. But the British sent an entire fleet of Navy ships after one little pirate ship. The rumor is that Anne and Mary were the only two pirates not drunk enough to come up and fight with one bullet flintlocks. Probably because they don't know how to use cannon jet. They haven't been pirates for long. Obviously, that's not going to work out. Two young ladies trying to take on a whole fleet of ships with one bullet guns doesn't work. They get arrested. As they're being arrested, she looks at her captain in bow, Calico Jack, and she says, "I'm so sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up a lot on your communication devices.
Oh.
The judge wants to see the two quote-unquote men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried and hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates that wouldn't fight 2 days prior. The two ladies go in front and they reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves. He doesn't care that they're female. They're still pirates. He's still going to hang them. "We plead our bellies," was the last thing they shouted, because you cannot hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. He sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging. Dad is still up here with all of his, Irish money. He was an attorney back home. He bails out Anne and brings her back here to South Carolina. She remarries. That's husband number 4. Husband number 2, but guy number 4, because we're gonna count Mary. We don't really know. She has 4 kids. Dies at the age of 84. Very abrupt ending, because we don't know much about her after her pirate career.
Wow.
Mary Read dies 5 months later, around Easter, on April 21st. 1721, from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. That's why I got excited about Easter.
Wow.
I gotta look up to see when Easter was that year.
Well, she also got gonorrhea. She could have died from that.
Well, I normally, the books will tell you that she died from something simple like fever. I normally joke around and say, let's make it romantic and call it scurvy or gonorrhea in this case. Why the hell not? So there's a couple of things I did leave out of this story for you guys to work with. I'm not going to assign questions. You guys all know what you're doing with your communication devices. Here's what I left out. I left out the name of Anne Bonny's parents. That's the father and the mistress. The name of Calico Jack's ship on purpose. The city where Anne grew up in Ireland, and obviously the color of her hair, which is tomato, would be red. So again, it's very vague and weak, because again, tomato is 3 syllables. Red is simpler to give us 1 syllable. So I would normally accept the color of red. Anything else that you guys may have seen or heard before we spread out and explore the space?
I've been 0-0 the whole time.
EMF, like I said, is not the Pinckney Mansion. You had a 6.9?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write down to 6.9. Anything coming out of... All right, let's spread on. Let's get those video cameras running. Let's see what we can capture here. Let's do this.
Okay, have it.
Try to breeze through this one. Parker.
Leave 3 times.
Did you hear it?
It said leave, and then leave.
I said leave. Say leave again if you want us to leave, and it said leave.
We're not leaving, Anne.
Oh my god, I have chills all over my body.
Because it said leave 2 times, and then...
Did you hear it?
Yeah. What was that?
Why do you want us to leave? Why do you want us to leave?
Yeah. Somebody else for Peter? Yeah. That's Spider-Man. Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Do you want us to leave?
Sorry. Brett, the biggest
Sounds like
orb I've ever
music.
caught ever has been here. Okay. It was against that wall. I was demonstrating how to use lasers, and an orb came up, appeared in frame,
Are you a
came to the
ginger?
back of my head, turned, and then
You gotta be respectful, Jen.
I'm asking.
It was giant. It was bigger than my head.
What color is your
When I
hair?
say I found big orbs of that thing, it's not always the small little ones. I get big ones too.
Oh, confused.
What is your thing called? It's a spirit box.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Sounds like a piano or something.
I have some piano music on there. But yeah, we're not leaving yet.
Okay.
I'm here every night. It's not like Anne doesn't know me.
Do you hear leave?
Every once in a while.
Okay. Like 3 times?
It said it 2 times, and I
And then I
said,
said, say leave again if you want us to leave, and it said leave. That was so
Was Luke nearby?
Yeah?
So it should be recorded on the audio? Or we can
I don't think it was that close.
It'll still hear it. It actually picks up.
I think he was fairly
Still specified. Yeah, it is still pretty sensitive. Just remember it's not a walkie-talkie.
It looks like there's an anomaly. There's an anomaly right there. There's, for a second, it looked like there's like a little outline.
There's always going to be an outline because the air around me is going to be way cooler than my skin. Because I'm probably...
No, I know, but it was in between you guys.
You were recording, right?
Yeah.
Any EMF?
No, nothing. It just goes like the 2.1 back on here.
Where'd you get a 2.1?
Yeah.
Where? That's from the car.
That's what I'm saying. This is right there. That's why you pay
It
much.
said leave in like a different voice.
I got a 2.5
Yeah.
Just said sure.
right now since I'm talking about it right here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll take a 2.5. I know you gave me a 6.
Now
Do you
it's
want us to
0.0,
leave?
But it was 2.5 and then we're back to 0.0, but it's right here. That's funny.
Say leave if
It
you
said
want us to
now?
leave.
Okay.
Now?
Now? Really?
It said leave again.
Really? Is that what you heard?
When should we? It just said now again.
Oh,
Did it say now?
When should we leave?
That's funny. Usually it's
You
steady
can see how folks keep me on my
0.0.
toes.
When
right?
should we
Where I'm
leave?
constantly having to look to see
When
like,
should
there's
we
like
leave?
hearing or seeing something going on.
That was just 0.0, but it was 2.5.
Where?
It said tonight.
Do you want us to leave?
It's just weighted.
When should we leave?
I just like to make sure you're reading it.
Right, because I'm so far off. But I haven't done it.
Oh, that was crazy.
5.7 all of a sudden right there. That was so crazy. It was 0. And it just jumped to 5.7 and went right back to 0.0. But it,
Are you a
5.7,
ginger?
0.0. It was like 1 second. Listen to
That's a yes no question.
That's crazy.
Oh.
I'll catch him every time, dude. Sorry, English major.
That was so weird.
But that's where you came to see me. Again, I can't explain why.
Wait, this
other
is
than
ginger.
Somebody came, breathed right by you, and
Oh,
kept on
Dan.
moving.
Really?
I swear to
Wow.
They didn't say
And
ginger.
it's going to be quick, so
something
it's not going
else.
to
Swear to
be
God.
that close. That 130 that you had is going to be somebody moving a little bit slower,
Okay.
and it's going to spike to that 130, and then they're going to lift off.
Should we ask how they died? Well, I know they can hear. Should we say how?
I just can't prove it.
Okay.
I don't know how she died. You can ask Mary how she died if she's here, or you can ask how Mary
How
died.
did you die? I'm sweating.
Brandon.
It is
How
hot.
did you die,
It's very
Mary?
hot, yeah.
Anything else?
Fire.
Fire.
It said fire.
I heard you.
Say fire again if you died by fire.
Rolling at us.
Again, the girl that was
You died by a fire, Mary.
Not really.
Wait, you heard?
Fire over there.
Wait, you heard firefighter? We heard fire over there.
Firefighter, Dublin, and what was the other one?
College and PYC.
But it's like so quick.
PYC.
PYT.
Somebody could just go right by, spike and went right back. 5.7, which is
It's like the Michael Jackson song, but I only heard the PYT.
That's interesting.
So the reason I say that is because most psychics, and but most psychics, because that's my couple of friends. Whenever I get together with one of them, they're like, "Yeah, what's her name again?" And I have to tell them because that's my grandmother who follows me around everywhere. Her name is Amy. Oh, okay. And we have that 330 area code. But I also just had a recent friend of mine pass away who was one of those psychics. So I've been getting things trickling in from her. So until you have, I'm just waiting to see what letters they're going to go follow with Lexi because there was a specific I'm Ukrainian, so we don't call her
Leave
grandma.
3 times and then fuck
Something
off.
else. I'm going to see if something
Wait,
else
can I
pops
talk
It
to it?
said leave.
Wait, hold this on.
No, you can talk to it right now. I can hear you. It's not a
up.
walkie-talkie.
Your letters.
Leave 4 times and it says F you. Off or something.
Do you really want us to leave?
You really want us to leave right now?
Say leave if you want us to. Say it in a really dark voice.
Why? It can hear you.
Elbows ratio.
Bro. That wasn't me. I swear. That was him. That was him.
Did Allison anything at all on yours?
But I heard his.
You heard his.
I said, do you want to say it again?
It said
You did.
leave 3 times.
It said leave there.
Well, they think they heard ow, which does sound like now.
Yeah.
So.
And it was right when he was asking, when do you want us to leave? And then they went, ow. Like
So
that.
it sounded like leave now.
Yes.
Anything crazy with yours? No.
To the crack? What?
What?
Wait,
To the
what?
crack.
Ask him what's his Nicky 30.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Like you do, you have to be respectful. I think your thing is so good. I love it. Wait, listen. Are you supposed to continue to ask?
No, you can ask. They can hear you. It's not on walkie-talkie.
Oh, I
He
know.
said.
No, but I meant it was out there.
Ask a question.
Yeah, I've noticed that with trees.
Yeah, the trees and leaves.
So what I've noticed is weird though, when she turns sideways, it looks like a double image until she turns back around again.
I've seen that before, normally with me because I'm carrying the backpack and it's always going to try to make something look like
Yeah.
a person.
But I don't have anything on me, except for this.
Well, you see it's like a double spine.
Well,
As soon as she turns,
let me turn. You see it again? Like a double.
keep going, keep going. Yeah. Now it's gone.
Really?
Turn a little more my way.
To the right.
She asked how many people are here, and it
Now it's
said
not
2.
doing it.
That's a direct answer. Of course, there it is.
Let me turn the other. You said it happened the other way too, right?
Yeah. See that? Yeah, it's like a double image almost.
It looks like a double
Looks
image
like
on.
an X-ray.
When it does that, I always look to see if like the double pairs of arms are moving in the same direction. Because I've
Yeah.
had ones where somebody's standing like this, and the other double vision is like this.
Oh, really?
That's how it looks on
Okay.
your end.
Liz, okay, there you go. Liz, boom up both arms up. Okay.
Kind of see where I'm going. I
Yeah.
make sure they're
Yep.
always.
Okay, you're good.
Just means you're double doing it.
There you go. I have a ghostie on my back.
Alright guys, let's come over to the wall. Now that we got a couple, got anything else coming? No other leave now, get the hell out of here. Scram, skedaddle. 232. 232.
Really?
Where did that come from?
What?
Was that heard? 232?
3.3. Holy cow. I got something.
3.3.
Oh, you're near the electrical pole.
You live here.
You're near the pole.
Yeah, I got a
Behind me.
2.6.
Should I turn my thing off?
Yeah, let's go ahead and kill those. Alright, you two, who's doing this out of your group?
Find what?
Who's going this out of your group?
What?
Jack, you
No, I don't want it anymore. It's
Alright, I'll do it.
doing it? Alright, I'll take your camera, go ahead and have a seat.
Alright, so I'm gonna be blindfolded?
Okay, that's perfect. Yep. So if you can hand your EMF detector off to, go ahead and give it to Kendall. He's gonna keep an eye on that too.